Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here today. Happy January 14th. I got the date right this time. Yesterday, we were struggling to find out which day it was. But it's Tuesday, in our opinion, the most useless of all days of the week.
I feel badly that I told you that, because I was like, does Tuesday really matter? Do we really need Tuesdays?
No, we don't. It's just the gateway to Wednesday,
right?
which is just the gateway to Thursday.
We went through the whole thing.
Yeah.
About like Wednesday, we already look forward to the weekend. Thursday is like pre-Friday, and then Friday is Friday.
And we'll get there eventually. And we're at least having a better day, I think, than one of the Bachelor contestants did last night. This is the buzz.
Champagne Gate now.
This is Champagne Gate.
They're saying this is one of the worst. Okay, if you're in the other room, you got to watch this. By the way, this is. You know what that's called too?
What?
It's called karma.
It is called karma.
We saw what led up to this whole thing. First of all, that's marriage material right there.
And our producer Matt even slowed it down for us. Look at that. You know, she just drank it wrong.
This is never going away.
She covered the entire bottle, which caused the pressure to build. Here's your Bill Nye moment inside the bottle, and that's why it exploded. But she said about the bottle, because she brought it specifically to share with Peter, the Bachelor. She says, "The bottle shows my heart and what I want. I want to have a husband. I want to have a family." And people are saying it's just a bottle of champagne. It's just,
let's not go overboard. Unless it's The Bachelor, and that's what they do.
I know.
But before that, she got upset because she said that one of the other contestants took it from her and was about to drink it with The Bachelor right before. And she found out about it, and then she grabbed it, and then it fell, and then she picked it up. And he was like, "Would you like to put it in a glass?" And I'm like, why would I do that?
No, let's take it straight from the bottle.
We're not ladylike here. And then it just exploded in her face.
That's Kelsey.
And then right before it's beep, beep, beep. And then she's like, and then da-da-da-da-da, beep, beep, everything.
That was a pretty good reenactment, Heather, I have to say. If you watch the clip, it'll look exactly like that.
Yes.
So you're a fan of Britney Spears.
I do. She would be amazing to see in concert.
I agree.
That's like one of the best concerts you can go to, I think. So she has an Instagram page that I follow, and now we have found out that she is quite the artist, and she's not only going to be painting for herself.
Because everybody paints with their cleavage showing like that.
And holds it up. She's multi-talented, Alex.
Look at her.
So, she's going to be displaying her work at a gallery. And I don't know if it's just one painting or if it's going to be other works of art that she has in her home. We just don't know all the details at this point.
Yeah, and the show itself is titled "Sometimes You Gotta Play," with 6 exclamation points, because that's what she put in her original post when she posted this. So that's the name of the whole display. And for those of you who are Britney Spears fans and know some of her songs, you'll enjoy this joke. Hopefully the paint isn't toxic, like the song Toxic.
Thank you.
You're
toxic.
welcome. I hope you enjoyed that.
Is that an extra syllable? You just added it?
Toxic. Toxic. 2 syllables, right?
Right.
Did I say 3 syllables?
I don't know.
Anyway, let's talk about Cheetos. Do you like Cheetos?
Well, everybody loves Cheetos.
I think everybody does. Depending on who you are, maybe not the spicy ones that might be a little too spicy.
Yeah.
But when you eat them, and especially when you eat a whole bag like I do, you get, what do you call them? Cheeto fingers, right?
Right. That's what they're known
used to be called.
as.
Now they have an official name.
It's Cheetle.
Cheetle. I really like that.
Is that some Cheetle on your fingers?
Yeah, there's some examples.
I've noticed.
They gave some examples
are
of
orange.
sentences. So my hands have Cheetle on them. Or, did you stain my shirt with Cheetle?
Did you Cheetle a little bit?
Did you pet my white dog with Cheetle fingers?
That is like a nightmare if you're a parent. If that's in your house at all, you're just asking for trouble. But it's a brilliant marketing campaign tool.
Cheese residue. And let's keep talking about food.
Dunkin' Donuts. This is even better than the Cheetle. And especially if you love Snoop Dogg.
I'm a little scared of this.
What?
Honestly. Look at it.
No, it's the name Beyond D-O-double-G.
Oh, like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not that happy.
That is hilarious.
I'm not cool enough to say the name or order the sandwich. But look at it. I mean, it looks daunting.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Maybe not. I wouldn't go that far yet. But it looks like
and Dunkin' Donuts will no longer sponsor our show.
It looks like it could stop your heart just by looking at it. So
wait.
What's that?
But it's Beyond Meat.
It is Beyond Meat.
So that's not really meat.
Well, it's sausage. It's like Beyond sausage. So it's plant-based sausage, and then it's got an egg patty in there and cheese, and of course it's all between a glazed donut because, well, why not? Right. And they said in their press release that it's inspired by the rapper's passion for plant-based protein and love of glazed donuts.
I'm sorry,
That's
I
very
love
specific.
that. D-O-double-G. I want to order it. I want to do that and drive up and say that. For real.
Well, if you live Snoop Dogg's lifestyle, and you know he likes the plant materials,
Right.
You might
That is
be
true.
craving one of those afterwards. You know who Nick Wallenda is, right? Some people may not.
Just recently, though.
Yeah, recently he kind of started being in the news. He's this daredevil that does all these high wire acts, and he does it with his sister sometimes, who had a terrible accident. I think that's her there.
Yeah.
She had a terrible accident a year ago where I think she broke her back. But anyway, so she's not in this picture. We're talking about him because he's announced he's going to do his next thing.
Right, so this is Times Square. Do you remember when they did this together?
I do.
I mean, oh my gosh.
I know.
Anyway, so they closed a lot of stuff down, but they did this and it was live on the air. And now he says he wants to go over a volcano.
An active volcano. Yeah, he announced that today on GMA, and he says he's been training in different places, and he has to be blindfolded when he trains because those noxious gases that come up from the volcano are so thick that he may not even be able to see 1 foot in front of him. So he's been blindfolding himself.
There's no
to
safety
practice.
net there.
No
That's
safety net.
not at all. I mean, you're toast.
1,800. I know, you're literally toast. You're Cheetle. 1,800 foot walk. With harmful gases and scorching lava. You know, I hope
Sounds like a Tuesday.
Hope he has good insurance. That's all we have to say.
I'm so excited for our next segment coming up.
Yeah, so am I. And coming up, if you're in the mood for a wild time, like we're saying, the Rumble in the Jungle is coming up. We have the details about what you can expect with some live animals.
And you're going to really like the animals that we have today. Coming up later, one of Arizona's most experienced travel writers sharing the hidden Arizona treasures you have to see for yourself. You're watching The Morning Blend on this Tuesday. We'll be right back. Our next guests are far from typical. They are exotic, they're rarely seen, and can honestly be a little bit scary.
To some people, if they're not prepared, but they are definitely cool because a fun event called Rumble in the Jungle is coming up to the International Wildlife Museum. We have Amy Sonera and Jolene Hostler. They're here to tell us about it with their ambassadors. Of course, we also have Brandon there with his. It looks like he's preparing for his
death.
Oh, God. To choke him out. Well, we won't go there.
And that's a boa constrictor. Anyway, like off track. Let's
get back on track. Yeah. So tell us who you brought with you, because you say this guy gets out a lot, actually, right?
Yeah, so he visits a lot of schools. This is Leo, and he's an Australian bearded dragon. So he's one of our animals that we take out and educate kids and the public on reptiles.
He's so cool, right? I mean, I love all of the, oh my gosh, what a face. He has the perfect personality to go out too. Anyway, so let's talk about Rumble in the Jungle before we go to Isabella.
So that is our next event coming up at the museum, and it's Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. And we're going to have all kinds of fun activities, crafts, games for kids. And so if you think Jumanji style kind of props and decorations.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so lots of cool photo opportunities for people to do.
Yeah,
And with Leo too?
Leo will be out, and they're going to have a lot of reptiles out at the event as well.
You guys do so many fun things. So let's talk about the one you brought along with you, Jolene.
This is Isabella. She's 3 years old. She's an Argentine black and white tegu. She's only about a third of her full-grown size.
Wow.
She's one of our ambassadors. She pretty much goes to every event that we do. So.
And so what do you want people to know about her and some of the other animals that you have in rescue?
You know, a lot of people are misunderstood as far as their thoughts and feelings as far as the reptiles go, especially when it comes to the snakes. You know, they wanna immediately get rid of anything that they see like in their yard or whatever, when they're actually quite beneficial to our ecosystems and our private
Properties,
areas.
yeah.
Yes, properties.
Part of the desert, part of our ecosystem.
Correct. Correct.
Oh my gosh,
Tell
I
us
can
about the
barely
snake.
handle it.
Tell us about
Oh,
the
because
snake.
you're
Ruby.
again.
Ruby. Ruby is a red-tailed boa of a cinnamon morph. We're not sure exactly how old she is. She was surrendered to us.
Okay.
So with that having been said, it's hard to tell how old they are.
I mean, is it one of the instances where they didn't know what they were getting themselves into when they got one of these snakes?
Probably not. I think with her, I believe she came from a college kid that couldn't take him with her. So.
Well, at least they did the responsible thing.
Right.
Correct.
And they
Yeah.
handed the snake over. So how old is that snake, by the way?
We have no idea.
Okay.
No idea, but probably at least 4.
Beautiful. They're making
Probably
me
not
giddy.
too old.
These reptiles are making me giddy today for some reason. I'm laughing over here.
I know. It's called terror. No, I'm just kidding. But they're so active. I was going to hold Leo, but you know, right now he's pretty calm. But that could change in a heartbeat. But we held not a boa constrictor, but one of the ball pythons that you had a couple of months ago when you were here, which was super, super awesome. So talk about the museum and membership. Do you have to be a member to go out to this event?
No, not at all.
Okay.
If you are a member, though, you do get free admission to the events that we have, and every day of the year, actually. So it does pay to become a member to save you money. And so, but no, you don't have to be a member to come out. Anybody can come out. It's $10 a person, $5 for kids, and it includes all the fun activities that we listed and all these great animals you get to meet.
Amazing animals. Let's talk about what they eat. Let's start with Steve. What does Steve eat?
Isabella.
Isabella.
That would be a natural name, Alex. Steve.
I thought it said Steve. I'm sorry. What is Isabella?
Yeah.
We're great today, aren't we? What does Isabella eat?
Isabella does eat primarily she loves the tropical fruits. The tropical fruits and things like that. She also, from time to time, will eat a mouse or something.
Okay, I don't know if we can get a close up, but her ears, kind of the indentations there.
Whoa.
What are
These
those?
here, this is called the tympanum, and actually it is what they use to hear through, yes.
Wow, and she's very, very active. She's
is.
super strong,
got a powerful,
right?
powerful
She
tail.
is
Oh
extremely
my gosh!
strong, yes.
And the fact that she's going to get even bigger. So when you have them in your kind of custody, do you let them roam? I mean, you have a leash on her right now.
So this one is actually my mother, who is the director. It's her emotional support lizard. So she's got her little tag on here, and she is, we call her harness tolerant.
Okay.
So she will actually
Perfect.
put up with the leash.
That's what you want to know when you're on an airplane sitting next to Isabella. She's incredible, all of them. And then meanwhile, right over here, we've got, and what was it? Was it like Rosie or
Ruby.
Ruby.
Obviously,
oh my
from the
gosh.
color.
And you really do need to respect these animals.
Absolutely.
I mean, because
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people buy them and then they just put them in a cage at their house and that's it, right? I mean, it's awful.
Yes. First they buy them, and it just turns into a novelty. And then once it becomes too complicated to take care of or to feed her, they just can no longer accommodate their size, or they just outgrow the novelty, then they just end up sitting there.
Are these real quickly, is this one of the most exotic ones that you have, or do you have a lot more?
Our most exotic one that we actually have is a blue rhinoceros iguana, and he is in the endangered species list.
Okay.
There's only about 15,000 left in the wild. And they're the main reason is because of animals that have been introduced into their environment have taken over, and they just can't reproduce and everything as quickly as the animals are destroying them.
See, and we learn something every day.
You guys,
this is so important.
You guys made my Tuesday so much better. Thank you. I'm crying over here.
I see that.
One of the other reasons that we have to come out and see you.
Exactly.
Thanks so much for being here and bringing our awesome guests. Rumble in the Jungle is happening this Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. and you can get $2 off your admission if you mention the Morning Blend. For more information, you can go to their website, thewildlifemuseum.org, or you can call them at 520-629-0100. There are some superb films being showcased at the Tucson International Jewish Festival this year. We're going to find out what we can expect right after the break. Stay with us.
This year's Tucson International Jewish Film Festival is bringing 15 full-length films and 4 shorts from around the world to our local screens.
And we have the opportunity to see them. Monique Steinberg and Katie Spector with the Jewish Film Festival are joining us now with more about what we can expect to see. It's great to have you back.
It's wonderful to be here.
It sounds like you had a very busy weekend. Let's talk about kind of the big picture of this festival. What is the vision behind it?
Well, we want to show films that people wouldn't ordinarily see, and they're all interesting. It's just amazing, the interest span, but we want quality films and films you wouldn't normally see.
And also Jewish communities that people might not traditionally know about. So we want to talk about, Ethiopia and Ghana and Denmark, and not the traditional American Judaism or Israel Judaism. We kind of want to expand on that and show how diverse Judaism is.
Right.
And of course, because we're taking a look at places that we're not exposed to all the time, I'm sure audiences are going to be very surprised by what they see in some of these films.
You know, the most amazing thing is that sometimes we're surprised, people on committee. We watch these films that are incredible, the information they give out. One of the films that we're going to show is Who Will Write Our History? And it was produced by Nancy Spielberg, Stephen's sister. And it's about what happened in the Polish ghetto during World War II. They thought that certainly the Nazis were going to win the war, and they wanted the world to know who Jews really were, not who the Nazis depicted them to be. It was a story we had never heard about, and it's fascinating.
And you don't have to be Jewish to see these. You don't have to have a knowledge of the religion. And so it is an expansion on people's minds. And I'm sure you get that reaction from people who go to see some of the films.
For sure. We get a lot of, oh, I didn't know about that, because we hear about the Holocaust, and we show a few Holocaust films, but we want to expand on that and show, you know, what was Jewish life like now, what was Jewish life back then, and expand on that.
And people are people. So even if the story is about a Jewish person or something that happened, it's still about humanity. And everybody can relate to that.
And it can be moving.
So moving. And you know, we have some films that are a little tough, but people walk out and we have a little slip where they can tell us what they thought, and it's excellent, 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 because they're done so well.
And that means you did a good job of picking the films too. So you mentioned one that you highlighted here. Tell me about the other one with Paul Rudd, because that's
Catcher Was a Spy.
Oh yes.
So it's about Mo Berg, and he was a catcher for Major League Baseball, and he knew 7 languages, and he ends up going to be a spy and going to Japan and spying for World War II.
Oh my gosh.
And he was a brilliant man. He spoke 7 languages. He had gone to college, of course. He had gone to, was it Columbia
Law School.
Columbia Law School. And he just decided, he had always wanted to be a baseball player. So he just decided that's what he was going to do. And the really funny thing about this is, before we saw the feature film, we had found the documentary about him, which is, if you can believe it, even more fascinating. So we're thinking about maybe including it next year. We didn't want too many docs.
And you have other ones too. Talk about some of the other movies that, you know, that people need to experience. Maybe outside the comfort zone or what they're used to.
Definitely.
Types of films.
Well, we have The Tobacconist. And it's about how a young, innocent man is sent to work in a tobacco store in Austria. And while he's there, he meets one of the customers, who's Sigmund Freud. And this beautiful relationship that develops between them, and how that relationship allowed this young man to become a man with convictions and beliefs. And it's an extremely touching film.
Yeah, you know, we're in award season right now, and people are focusing on these big films, these big commercial movies, but we really have to slow down a second and really see the quality of films that are out there in festivals like this. Really quickly, tell us what venues, or just a couple examples of venues where people can watch these films.
So previously we had shown at the Loft and at Saddlebrook and Green Valley. Now they're going to be all shown at the J at River and Dodge.
Okay.
And so we'd love to see people there.
Oh, good. All right. Excellent to know. Just at the J, it makes it easy. Everybody can just go there and enjoy the films.
Yes.
We're really excited for this festival. Thanks for being here. Nice to see you.
Thank you for having
so
us.
much.
This year's Tucson International Jewish Film Festival is happening now until January 20th. For more info on the films, visit tijff.org or call 520-299-3000.
When building a child's educational foundation, it is so important to start early and also adjust to their needs all the way through high school. Coming up, the local school that says it is distinctively different from others.
And it's time now for the trivia question of the day, brought to you by Results Pest and Termite. What is the average heat of lightning? 2 times hotter than the sun, 3 times, 5 times, or 20 times hotter than the sun? We'll have the answer right after the break.
Results, Pest and Termite. Pest and Termite control for everybody.
Now to the answer of our trivia question of the day, brought to you by Results Pest and Termite. What is the average heat of lightning? Is it 2 times hotter than the sun, 3 times, 5 times, or 20 times? The answer is B. The average heat of lightning is 3 times hotter than our sun. Each child is different when it comes to learning. I think all of us can agree to that, whether they're in preschool or they're getting prepared for college. And choosing the right school for your child to blossom throughout those years can really be critical. Desert Christian School here in Tucson knows just that. Erin Jansen, kindergarten through 8th grade principal, and Kevin Kale, the high school principal, are both joining us now to tell us what really sets you apart. Great to have both of you here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us here. Appreciate it.
A lot of parents do their homework. They want to make sure, their child is going to the right school. Starting off in preschool, I think, we know just how important that foundation is. And then going through high school, we all went through high school. It's not the easiest time in our lives. You have a big event coming up. I want to get to that in just a second. But you have really great academic programs, rigorous programs. Can you talk about those and what people can expect?
Sure, yeah. We have a comprehensive high school. We have a lot of AP advanced placement courses. We just this year started AP computer science, so it was a big push and a big interest in computer science and even into the cybersecurity that's been in the news recently. AP chemistry, AP language, AP calculus, so I love those. We have advanced biology as well, which is not AP, but it's a hands-on biology course, ecology, and love that. Students love that too. They're doing investigative research on their own. So designing their projects and then sharing that data in a public setting.
Wow,
Yeah.
Talk about preparing them for college.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
And then in terms of the younger kids, talk about that program and what you head up.
Yeah, we try to give them a well-rounded education, Heather, and so a few things that we've added, as Kevin alluded to, we added a coding class after school for kids that they're really enjoying. We added a music appreciation class, so we want to push kids out of their comfort zone and have them try something different. I had a mom just the other day said we were hesitant or apprehensive about the music appreciation with our 8th grade boy, but he ended up loving it, and they ended up just enjoying that time, doing something different, doing something new. So,
right. I love that you're offering that, because everybody should try something different and outside of their comfort zone. But it also goes back to the brain, because I think music opens up those receptors, right? It makes it a little bit easier to learn different things.
Absolutely, yeah. That's one of the things I love about our high school too, is that we have fine arts. Our musical theater and our drama program has been award-winning for the past several years. We did White Christmas this year and won one of the best productions in the region anyway this year. So, and putting those together with the music, it's such a great bonus for kids and for parents.
Right. You need that happy time.
Yeah.
And it's such a good outlet, too,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Singing, nobody's upset after they sing,
That's
right? Everybody feels better after they sing, or they're
True.
part of like a musical
Yeah,
production. And so, but you also involve, values and your beliefs. How do you combine the two? How do you integrate that into your program?
Yeah, so for parents that are looking for a Christian education with those values, we have Bible courses, but more than the coursework, and I think Aaron and I would both say this, and he can speak to this too, that relationships. Our classes are small, so maybe 20 students, which is way smaller than other options out there. So kids get to know their teachers and vice versa, and get to walk through them through difficult situations in life that they come across. And so building those relationships is really key for us to connect students and trusting adults.
Right. Because kids can get lost, especially during this time, and the bullying is such an issue nowadays, especially when it involves social media. But you can address that kind of in a one-on-one situation, would you say?
Right. Yeah, it starts with our teachers, Heather, our faculty and staff. They relate to the kids. They're available and approachable. They make time before school. We have a middle school teacher that opens up his room, and the kids come in and play with, get to hold snakes and get to just talk to each other and enjoy time together. But when those tough times come up too, our teachers are available, elementary, preschool, all of them are there to hear the kids' needs.
That's a parent's dream, and a child's dream too. Yeah. Let's quickly talk about the big event that you have coming up.
Yeah, so at the high school, our big admissions event is called Take Flight Night. We're the Eagles, so you have to tie that in with flying. So yeah, so it's our big push for potential incoming freshmen, 8th graders from our middle school, but also other families that are looking for change, looking for information about our school. So that's on Thursday at 6 o'clock at our high school just up the street.
Wonderful. And so you can, go in, feel comfortable, get a real feel for it.
Yeah, meet people, meet teachers, and kind of just hear about some of the things we do.
Yeah, it can be life-changing. Thank you both for being here today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And take a look at your screen here. There are a couple of very important dates coming up for students. For more information, you can visit their website, desertchristian.org/admissions.
It's a new year and a new healthy you. From where to eat to where to work out, fitness and wellness expert Hillary Russo is here with some advice. Hillary, good morning to you.
Good morning, Alex.
How do we actually get real about fitness?
Very good question. I'm so quick to jump into it. It's easy to get overwhelmed by all the fads of the workouts of the week, right, Alex? And that's why Planet Fitness wants you to work out at your own pace. They have a non-intimidating and encouraging environment where everyone can feel comfortable regardless of their fitness level. And this is why they're known as the judgment-free zone. Even better, their small group fitness training is included in all memberships. So through January 16th, they have a special deal for new members to join for just 20 cents down and $10 a month at nearly 2,000 locations across the country. It's their best deal yet. Because the key to success is simply just setting realistic, achievable goals that fit within your schedule and your life in itself. And actually, they performed a survey, Planet Fitness, that found that the majority of Americans believe that you need to work out for 95 minutes, 5 or more days a week for it to even be beneficial, and that is just simply not true. Just 10 minutes of exercise can have a positive effect on your health. So signing up is one of the easiest decisions you'll make. You just go to their website at planetfitness.com to find out the nearest location near you and just become a member.
So certainly working out is something that's important for looking and feeling beautiful too, but how about beauty products?
Good question. So feeling good, doing fitness is great, but you want to look good too, right? So the experts at John Frieda are making it happen in just 3 simple daily steps. Their Detox and Repair collection collects the revitalizes strands and restore your hair to that natural shine. The Detox and Repair shampoo acts like a magnet to remove the dirt, the oil, and the product buildup. And then the conditioner formula has avocado oil and green tea, and that will counteract the damage and give you that intense nourishment your hair needs. The last step, the Care and Protect, you just spray it on your wet hair before you style it, and that formula is packed with antioxidants, vitamins B and E to minimize split ends and breakage, and you can find these products at Target, CVS, and even online at Amazon for just $10 each.
And I see a big credit card there behind you. Why is that there?
Oh, because it's giving you big offers. So if you're one of the many people that love to travel, that's one of my resolutions. The Marriott Bonvoy Boundless and Bold cards from Chase are a must-have, and they make the most out of the money, and they also make the most out of your travel, no matter what your intentions are for the new year and beyond. These cards are designed to inspire and empower travel that moves you. So starting January 13th, the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card will be offering a limited time 100,000 point bonus promotion to new card members if you spend just $5,000 in the first 3 months. And those points really go a long way, Alex. We're talking a villa in Fiji, or maybe going to one of the long stays at a hotel around the world. Plus, with Boundless, you get 6 times points on more than 7,000 hotels that participate in Marriott Bonvoy, and 2 times points on everything else, and that's just for an annual fee of $95. Now, if you want a card that doesn't have an annual fee, they have that option too. That's the Marriott Bonvoy Bold card. The card is offering a sign-up bonus of 50,000 points after you spend 2,000 in the first 3 months, and that will give you 3 times points on purchases at Marriott hotels, 2 times on other travel buys, and one point on other offers and purchases. So these cards are a great way to make your travel dreams come true and a reality in the new year. You can find out all about either card at MarriottBoundlessCard.com and MarriottBoldCard.com.
Lots of great advice, Hillary. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Alex. Have a great one.
You too. We'll be right back. Erectile dysfunction is a part of life for many men, but it doesn't have to stay that way. New technology is allowing couples to reinvigorate their sex lives, and ED expert Bill Jeffries is here with the details. He joins me once again. Nice to have you here again.
Thanks, Alex. Good to be here.
Always great to see you, because what you're doing is transforming people's lives. And we're talking about the therapy that does it. It's called acoustic wave therapy. We've talked about it. But first, let's talk about the problem of ED itself. How serious is it? How widespread?
Very widespread. The fact is that most men are going to experience ED in their lives. Statistics show about 75% of men, by the time they hit 70 years of age, will be having ED issues. The good news is that we have a fix for it. The sad statistic is only about 30% of men that have ED symptoms will seek treatment for it.
Which is tragic if you think about it, because they have to live maybe the rest of their lives that way. It doesn't just resolve itself naturally and automatically, but the science behind this is really what makes it so special, because it doesn't involve needles, it doesn't involve pills. Talk about acoustic wave therapy for those who don't know what it is.
Sure. Well, we first have to understand that ED is really just a plumbing issue. It's lack of adequate blood flow, and the way the pharmaceutical remedies work is they dilate those blood vessels to carry more blood. Our approach is, using acoustic wave therapy, is to break up that plaque and restore blood flow naturally, the way nature intended, basically.
And guys that have, say, other conditions like, say, diabetes, is this safe for them as well?
Absolutely. Resounding yes. It's safe for virtually everybody. Because there's no drug interactions to be concerned about, most guys, it's just the perfect treatment for them, because we don't have to interrupt other things that they're doing for other health issues that they're battling.
Yeah, and you can fit it into your life, right? Because it does take a series of treatments, not just one.
That's correct, yes. And because it is a series of treatment, one of the questions I get asked a lot is, what happens to that plaque once we break it up? And because it is a series of treatments, the plaque buildup, we break it up gradually, microscopically, and the body filters it out just like any other toxin or waste that's in the body.
Right. Now, when we say series, what's a standard series that you see?
Anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months of therapy for most guys. It depends on the severity of their ED. We're seeing younger and younger guys coming into the clinic, even in their 40s, starting to have some ED symptoms. The younger the guy is, typically the faster we can resolve it. It just is kind of geared towards each patient.
Right, and I mean, you're talking a matter of weeks you have this resolved, so I guess it would be suitable, say, for the snowbirds that are here in town.
Absolutely. If you're in town for a little bit here to enjoy this beautiful weather and having some ED issues, give us a call. We'll get it resolved before you head home.
Yeah, and then you can enjoy that beautiful weather with a big smile on your face,
Absolutely.
Right? So, of course, when we're talking about Flagstone Medical, as somebody under the care of an actual physician, people might wonder. Okay.
Yes, our medical director is a board-certified physician, an expert in ED. All we do at Flagstone Medical is deal with erectile dysfunction issues. That's what we focus on all day, every day. The technicians that actually do the treatments are skilled medical people, EMT, paramedic backgrounds, years and years of experience with medical things, and that's what we do. We're specialists.
Right, and we've discussed this countless times, and the truth is it's not something that someone should be ashamed of, right? It's sort of like, say you have a broken arm, what do? You go to the doctor. Say you get sick, what do? You go to the doctor. So the fact is, it's something that you have to discuss, not only with yourself, but of course your partner, and someone who cares there at Flagstone Medical. This has to be really rewarding for you in a lot of ways. What would you say is your favorite part of doing this job?
My favorite part of the job is when couples come in together for that initial consultation, and I get to talk to them about some of the history and things that they've been through, and then I get to check up on them as they're going through the therapy, and when I see the smiles on their faces and they talk about what this has done to kind of bring their relationship and rekindle their relationship. Very rewarding and very, very fun part of my job.
Absolutely. I would say, I mean, the loss of that intimacy can have such a deep negative, impact on your relationship. The truth is that being intimate and being close is something that, like you say, brings us together. So when that gets taken away from you, it can certainly take its toll more than you know, can be a subconscious sort of a stressor. So taking care of it with this really will make the difference. So Bill, Jeffries, thanks for being here. You guys are offering some great specials too that I'll tell them about. Nice to see you.
Thanks, Alex.
Of course. And you can get a free physical exam and consultation if you mention the Morning Blend. That's a $199 value. And also, if you purchase a treatment during January, you'll get a free supplement program to enhance the blood flow even more. That's a $75 value. And if you want more information, visit flagstonemedical.com or call 520-600-4405. And up next, how much do you know about our state parks? Well, our next guest wants to make you an expert. We chat with travel writer Roger Naylor in just a couple minutes.
Arizona is full of gorgeous places as well as hidden treasures that you have to